Hey guys, WildHeart here, patch 13.21 just arrived and here we are. Lots of new updates, lots of things to learn, and let's dive right into it to see what League has prepared new for us. Okay, the champion balance versus the champion balance buff percent adjustments have been reset for all champions, from numerous item champions rework to the durability update. A lot has happened since the last time Nexus Blitz was... Oh, that's regarding Nexus Blitz, my bad. Wait, is that all regarding the Nexus Blitz, or... I think it's not. Is it? I wonder. Nah, that's all regarding Nexus Blitz. Clear now. Alright, here's the real League of Legends. So Q damage decreased. So damage per second is decreased 15, 25, 35, 45, 55 to 45. Wait, what? It was plus 30 based on level, plus 30 to 80. AP scaling is reduced as well. So level 1, it's kinda the same, but the later you go, the lower your damage will be. As simple as that, yeah. I mean, they just want to grant ASL scale potential. I mean, it kinda makes sense to me, because if ASL gets to the point of 2 items and the low-key late game part, with like Rod of Ages and Rylai's, he's kinda powerful. That's for sure. I'm not too sure if it's worth it to nerf his Q though, because at the same time, even though he's very powerful and kinda oppressive to play against when he's fat, it's kinda difficult to get to the point when you're scaled already. Because he pays his scaling potential with his terrible early game. Early game he kinda do anything in pretty much any matchup, so what's the point nerfing his Q? I don't entirely get it. If you want to nerf his scaling potential, just do it opposite. Just buff him early a little bit, so his early is not that terrible, and let's say save the flat numbers the same, right? But we nerf his AP scaling to let's say 40% or 45. That would be a good deal. Bellas E cooldown decreased. Bellas is getting buffed? Wow. Interesting. I mean, that's a major buff. 4 seconds level 1. 2 seconds level 9. I mean, you don't max E anyways, but... Man. That's a lot. For early game, that's a massive spike. Not bad at all. Brand, wow, this champion, I love him badly. I love Brand, but he's so dead currently. Let's see what they buffed. I just wanted to say, please, not buff anything but not Brand's jungle potential, and they buff his jungle potential. But he's already strong as jungler. I mean, not as jungler. He already deals quite crazy damage against objectives. So all the basic stats are getting buffed. Base armor is buffed by 5. That's a lot. They nerf his armor growth, but that's whatever, because all you need to do is survive a laning phase. So base armor is great. Base health is nerfed by 20. It is what it is. But 5 armor, man. Wow. Sick. Absolutely. Alright, passive. Basically buffed twice in terms of damage to monsters. Maximum monster damage per tick, 80. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy that they didn't do it like 80. Like it remains the same, but they would do like, let's say 2 ticks for the period of time that normally it was like 1, so like it would tick every let's say 0.25 seconds instead of 0.5. AP scaling remains the same on E, but flat numbers are a little nerfed. I mean, just 5 damage is whatever, because like you don't pick Brand for his flat damage, you pick Brand for his percentage damage and damage to objectives and damage to tanky targets. So flat numbers are literally whatever, they can nerf them whatever they want. It won't change anything. But I mean, this is very interesting, like very interesting. If you are smart playing around his passive timer, like if you abuse the entire passive timer, that can be a huge buff if you speak about doing romp, blue buff, red buff, and so on. Like this can be massive, I feel like. On the other hand, Brand is just an immobile mage, right? So jungling as him could be a problem. Like, out of immobile mages, who got any success jungling? Probably just Morgana and Karthus. Karthus has slow that helps him to reposition himself, and he can die and still be effective. Morgana has spell shield and Q that is easy to hit comparing to Brand's Q. She has spell shield. She's easier to survive. With Brand it will be difficult to survive, so even though they buff his damage to monsters, I don't feel like it may, you know, it may make him powerful. Kinda. So, I don't get it. I kinda don't get it. But honestly, I will try it in practice too to see what is his current clear. I'm just curious what is his current clear, because it can be a serious thing if you play Brand jungle. Let's say you're playing on blue side, start blue buff puff to bot lane. After that you finish your clear with Scuttle Crab, you recall, you repeat the process once again, and you can just rush Drake around 5 minutes in because you have crazy high damage to objectives. Sounds very promising. Briar. I hope she's getting nerfed. She's kinda oppressive to deal with if you're playing melee jungle. So they buff her healing if the target dies, but you need to kill target eventually, so that's not that big of a deal. Attack speed growth is reduced. W, snack attack. Recast bonus physical damage. 5, 20, 35, 50, 65, plus 5% CD, plus 10%, plus 10%, of targets missing health. It scales of targets missing health as well, I didn't even know that. Plus healing per bonus AD. That's probably the reason why some people played her lethality. But I mean, the change is minimal. I mean, it's only 0.5, literally. Yeah, like literally, it's literally 0.5 HP. Nah, it's 0.5, 0.5 scaling, let's call it like that, per 100 bonus AD. How much AD you have by the time you finish the game? Like what, 300, 400 AD? If you're building like full AD in Briar, and what it will be like minus 2% in late game. I mean, considering your numbers, it doesn't sound too problematic. Especially if we speak about someone squishy, because I believe this is a nerf targeting lethality Briar. And if you're fighting squishes and you have lethality build, you will one-shot them regardless. But this is more like this is a nerf directed more against Briar interaction against more tanky targets like Malphite, K-Sante, Maoka, and so on. Caitlyn. Interesting. Passive headshot, bonus physical damage. 60, 90, 120. Wait. Am I dripping? Wait, 85. It's buffed? Alright, Ace in the hole. Cooldown is increased, and that's a huge nerf. That's a huge nerf. Probably that's a death to Lethality Caitlyn. I would say that's direct nerf to Lethality Caitlyn. Because the reason why she was that strong is her ulti. Physical damage is kinda the same. It's yeah, they nerf her mid game the moment when Lethality Caitlyn is the strongest, but it's only 25 damage. But Aegis Caitlyn is reduced by 30%. Bonus damage from critical strike chance. And buff her for critical strike, Caitlyn. I see what you want to do there, guys. Man, that's such a great change. It's crazy. But seriously, the guy who was doing this change to Caitlyn ulti is such a smart motherfucker. Like, this guy is very smart about the game. Wow. Wow, I'm really impressed with this one. This guy who did these changes, a very smart person about the game. This guy understands the game like really well. So, this way, you nerf your ulti, which is already not a too powerful ulti compared to some other ultis, right? But you directly nerf the lethality part of it, and at the same time, you're buffing its scaling from critical strike chance, so you actually want to go critical builds once again with like IE, Storm Razor and Fire Cannon or whatever you prefer. That's sick, I really love the change. That's very good. They'll probably need to buff the cooldown on it though. Not soon, they need to wait some time before this lethality Caitlyn trend is gone, but later on when it's gone, it's better to buff your ulti cooldown. I think this ulti is not that powerful. Historically, it wasn't that broken as it is now. Mundo, E bonus attack damage decreased. I mean, it's kinda controversial for me because I'm not sure that Mundo needed a nerf. He's not that popular. I mean, in late game, yeah. In late game, if he gets to the part when we play late game, yeah, he's very strong and he indeed goes where he pleases, but I'm not sure about this one, honestly. Maybe yes, maybe not. Like, this one is not too bad and doesn't sound like it's killing him at the same time. Well, we'll probably need some time to see it better. Sucks for Mundo mains though, like, Mundo mains would be pissed about this one. Hecarim, AD growth increased. AD growth increased. W duration is increased. But I mean, after all the nerfs, does it even matter? Like, I'm not sure if it's worth it. He got nerfed so many times. This patch he is basically dead, like. And it's not even about Hecarim's nerfs, it's also about the jungle changes because you need some solid single target damage now to kill all those fat camps like Red Buff, Gromp, Scuttlecrab, like all of them, they are like tankier, like much tankier than they were earlier. Like earlier, you could one shot like what you've been basically looking to farm as Hecarim? Krugs, Raptors, Wolves, like you could farm anything. Now it's only Wolves, Raptors and probably Krugs. Gromp will be a huge issue for you. Buffs take too long. Scuttlecrab takes too long. So what's the point picking Hecarim if you can play, I don't know, Trundle for example, with better early game potential, better single target farm, and he can just make early game better for his team. And later on it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Jinx. Passive stacks adjusted. Jinx can now only get 5 stacks of Get Excited. That's smart. That's smart. Last patch, made her a little bit too oppressive to play against. Honestly, I didn't drop a single game against Jinx this patch, but at the same time I felt like the champion became quite powerful. And when you understand that Jinx is powerful, well, she's probably broken then, because this champion has to be grounded, because she's hyper carry, she's a very well scaling champion, and if you buff her a little more than like 1 AD or something, she becomes just too oppressive to deal with. K'Sante, all abilities except E adjusted, several bug fixes. Again? Alright. Passive. Solid buff. Very solid buff. Alright. You require bonus health for minimum cast time. Okay. Okay, not too bad. Puffmaker will no longer interrupt K'Sante's E dash when the channeling starts. Maximum channel time 1 second to 1.5 seconds. No, this effect both the base and the all-out version of Puffmaker. All-out tooltip has been simplified and updated. I'm not sure about this one. Puffmaker sounds cringe, not gonna lie, but we'll see. All-out. Calculated based on physical and true damage dealt to champions. Calculated based on all damage dealt to champions. Does it really matter that much? Like, if you calculate physical and true damage, which were main sources of his damage, and now you calculate like all the damage he deals to champion, does it really matter that much? I wonder. Like, I'm not that big of K'Sante expert, not gonna lie, guys, but it doesn't really sound like something powerful. This one, Q plus E attack resets, like this combo from 0.1 second to instantaneous, this sounds good. This sounds good. But I'm not sure how you should feel yourself if you're playing K'Sante as your main champion, probably bad. LeBlanc, W damage increased, E your completion damage increased. So, we nerf LeBlanc as a champion when people play her AD, and now we buff her for AP LeBlanc. Smart as hell. Plus 10% AP scaling, not bad, not bad. Plus 10% AP scaling as well. I mean, for Distortion that's big deal, because Distortion is your main spell to cast. I mean, not bad. I'm not sure if it entirely returns LeBlanc, because they kind of guided her with all the basic stats nerfs, but at the same time I feel like this is a good quality of life balance for LeBlanc that she kinda needs, but at the same time I feel like she kinda needs some early stats like attack speed, like mana regen, armor, stuff like that would be good. Master E cooldown decreased. What? What? 4 seconds on Wuju style? Wow, that's solid. That's actually solid. That's very cool. And considering the fact that Wuju style is not even your least priority spell, like Wuju style is usually the spell that you max second after Alpha Strike. And that's very cool. That's very cool. That can increase Master Yi win rate by 0.71% for sure. That's very solid buff. Especially for those players who are kinda new to Master Yi and they don't understand how to manage his spells properly, especially when you approach a team fight. Morgana. W damage increased, damage to monsters increased again? Man, this was the same buff like last patch, like you did the same. Man, they want to make Morgana like broken jungler or what? Like, what's the point? Like, you buff Morgana twice. I remember last time when you've been buffing Morgana jungle, she was everywhere. Like, literally everywhere. She was such a pain in the ass to deal with. Crazy stuff. Absolutely. Ramos was a huge winner thanks to patch 13.20. True, for three primary reasons. First, his jungle DPS skyrocketed with pets getting a better armor ratio. True. Second, with games going later due to the anti-snowballing changes, his early weaknesses became less important. True. Lastly, he is also performing better than his actual power level due to players typically picking him to counter heavy AD teams. So we should expect Ramos to win more than half of these games, even if he'd be theoretically weak. Not true. People were picking Ramos as blind pick regardless who do play against. Physical damage, magic damage doesn't really matter. You've been playing Ramos because it is Ramos when he's strong. As simple as it is. Bullshit nerf. You don't want to nerf his powerball damage early on. Absolute terrible nerf. Disgusting. Defensive ball curl. Bonus armor plus 35 to 30. That's good. That's a good one. Not that toxic to Ramos players. Overall total armor percentage is reduced. That's not cool, but that's much smarter than his magic damage early on. Like, you don't want to nerf his magic damage early on because it helps him to clear. His clear is not that strong anyways. It was strong last patch because of basically pets changes, right? But at the same time, champion itself is not that strong clearing wise. So instead of dealing with the champion, try to deal with the reasons why the champion is strong. Seraphine, early mana regeneration buff, durability shifted from health to armor, base ability values increased, AP ratios decreased, cooldowns decreased. So basically Seraphine rework, right? Base mana regeneration, solid buff, that's huge. Mana regeneration growth is decreased. That had to happen with such a huge buff, that's obviously. Base mana is reduced. Obviously this happens because of base mana regeneration. Mana growth increased because we nerf base mana. Obviously base armor is increased by 7. Impressive. Health growth is decreased. Attack speed growth is increased. Okay, but 7 armor for ranged champion of like Sona type? Man! 7 armor level 1. 30% armor. Wow. I mean, very solid. Even more than 30 if you count it like that. Crazy. Q, high note cooldown is buffed by 1 second. Okay. Damage remains the same, is it? Wait, it's actually getting buffed. But AP ratio is getting nerfed, so they target to buff here early game. Makes sense, yeah, I mean, these changes are directed to make her early game stronger. Surround sound, this spell you have to be very careful with because that's the reason why Seraphine was popular back in the days. Mana cost is increased, good decision. Cooldown is reduced. But it's reduced in later stages, and as far as I can recall, you max it as last. That's like your least priority spell. Shield is nerfed. Is it nerfed? No, it's actually buffed. AP ratio remains the same, but cooldown. Man, but everything is getting buffed aside from mana cost. Missing health part is getting nerfed. And that's wise. And now it doesn't scale off AP? Huh. Interesting change, not gonna lie. Not clear to me where it leads, but at the same time, interesting change. Beat drop, mana cost is nerfed by 20, magic damage is increased. It's kind of the same early on, but the longer you play, the stronger it becomes. AP values remain the same. So it's kinda a buff for Q, pretty much for every stage of the game. E is buffed for late game, and W is not clear yet. But man, this armor value is crazy. It's actually super good. Tamkinch. Passive bonus magic damage decreased. W cooldown refund increase. Okay. Interesting. Bonus magic damage 8 to 60 plus 2% per 100 bonus health plus 3% bonus health. 6 to 48 based on level. 2% AP per 100 bonus health. It scales better with bonus health, huh? I'm not even sure if it's decrease, like if it's an overall decrease of his passive magic damage and his auto attacks. It can be more, like because of these 5% bonus health. At the end of the day, it can be more. The difference is not that big, like 8 to 60 to 648. It's not that big. It can be more. If I get the change right, it should be. It actually should be more, considering how much HP you build as Tamkinch. Even with these like new AP builds that they usually try to run, these can be more, for sure. Cooldown refund on champion hit 40% to up to 50%. Not bad. Not bad. I'm not sure about Tamkinch skill order though. Like I know that you max Q. But what is the second spell? Let me check. What is the second spell you max? As top lane Tamkinch. Oh, it's W. It's actually W. So that's big for them. That's actually big for them. Varus W damage increased, E slow effect increased. Wait, why would you buff W for Varus? I don't really get which Varus build benefits from that. E slow effect is cool. It's a cool buff. It's overall cool buff. I love it. I love it a lot because I feel like that's a tool that Varus can use a lot, but people rarely use it. I feel like this is kind of a placebo change to just give him something, so Varus players don't cry too much. I feel like it, because I don't really get it. Like, it doesn't give you anything unless you're building attack speed build. Attack speed builds are kinda dead for Varus on higher tiers. On low ranks maybe it helps. On higher tiers, like, yeah, you can even stomp the lane as Varus. The longer you play, the harder game becomes for you because you're playing short range ADC. It is what it is. Zyra. Base attack speed increased, plant damage adjust, Q damage increased, E damage adjusted. No! No! Don't buff Zyra, she's already strong. No! Anyways, wait. You said you... Ah, it's just adjusted, okay. At the end of the day, it will be around the same. It's whatever. Q damage. Q damage is buffed as you level it. As far as I remember, you've been maxing E as Zyra. You've been maxing E. So they... How tricky red games are. So now They want to make us max in Q. How transparent is that? Like bro, like look at this. They nerf your scaling levels with E and buff your Q scaling. And they buff AP ratio. So it will be like 1 point in E, 1 point in W, max Q. As simple as it is. Ah man, Riot Games always deliver. Those surprises. Enchanter proc damage changes. Iron Brushmaker, Leona passive Sunlight. We're looking to bring enchanters into parity after the recent melee passive changes to let their proc damage sources counter their own damage but attribute kills to their buffed ally. Makes sense. This means that a select number of items and runes will proc off the enchanter's damage enhancements from now on. Proc damage now also provides an additional spell save edge proc on hit. It already did, I think. Oh no. No, it didn't. It actually didn't. It actually didn't. It actually didn't. Paired with this is a change to the summon area major rune to prevent area from kill stealing when procced through an ally. Man, do it differently. Let us kill steal. Let supports do their job. Let us kill steal. Let us get gold. This is some discrimination. I don't like it. I want to kill steal. I didn't sign to this one. Items. Hullbreaker. I really hope this item is getting grounded. It's just too oppressive to deal with. Like, this item is retarded. Actually, this item is super strong. Hullbreaker is performing exceptionally well on too many users at the moment. Who could guess it? Even Samira started to build Hullbreaker, which means it's approaching dangerous territory. In this patch, we are looking to reduce its ability to stat check opponents by reducing the amount of armor and MR it gives, as this makes it too hard to stop a Hullbreaker split pusher in 1v1. No! No! This is not the issue. This is not the issue. The issue is the fact that Cannon becomes a fucking monster. Nerf the power that it gives to minion. Don't let the cannon be that tanky as it is. It's not about the stats that, like, yes, it is about the stats as well. But the main issue is cannon. It's not the magic resist and the armor. They don't understand the concern with Hullbreaker. Man, such a smart change. Who was that? Which champion was that? Caitlyn. Caitlyn, yeah. Such a smart change with Caitlyn ulti, and such a stupid change to Hullbreaker, it's crazy. First strike is nerfed once again. Man, how do I play Karthus now? Of course it's outperforming Azure runes, guys. You literally killed all the Azure runes, and you only reduced 1% to first strike. Of course it's outperforming Azure runes. Who could expect that? No one. Absolutely everyone who read the patch notes of previous patch. Phase Rush. And of course, Phase Rush was outperforming other runes because Phase Rush wasn't touched at all. Whatever. Jungle Sustain Adjustment. Jungle Opinion damage is what? It's nerfed. But AP scaling is added. I mean, it's increased, not added. A jungle companion healing per second. 70% of damage dealt, capped at 12 to 45. Now it's 12 to 35, level 110. I'm not sure about this one because whenever I jungle now, I'm always finishing my clear with low HP unless I'm playing someone who has inbuilt lifesteal. Like always, literally. Probably that's just a nerf targeting healing pots. Healing pots abuse. You know, like some junglers, they play without healing pots. They just start with pet, do a clear, and buy whatever they want to. Probably that's a change targeting these guys who want to abuse level 1 thingy. Heal on monster kills. 12% of missing health to 36 to 90. Huh. Interesting. I don't really care about mana because mana is never an issue in jungle. It rarely is, even if you play someone like Karthus. So, in theory, you don't want to make yourself low HP, and once you finish a clear, you want to use your healing potion. Now you want to just use healing potion to avoid being counter jungled, or what? Kinda sounds like it. Oh well. Oh well, yeah. Oh, new skins. Coffee Cuties line once again. Man, all of those skins, I don't like them. I don't really like them. Rumble looks cool. Rest are kinda whatever. Coven Cinder is good. Coven Cinder is good. I love her. But yeah, that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed patch rundown and you will use all the information we learned today. I'm really excited about this patch because so many needed changes. Not just changes just to change something, but changes that actually had to happen, like lethality Caitlyn being balanced, Ramos being balanced. I don't like all the balance changes, but at the same time, people can have different view on the same thing. That's why it is what it is. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this patch rundown and have a nice rest of the day, guys. See ya.